Hey guys, what's up and welcome back to another How to Survive Guys series with me, iVoli, and today we're gonna do some land work. Yup, and it's gonna be amazing. With a slight history lesson for you guys. So make sure if you guys aren't subscribed, consider subscribing, smacking that bell, and hitting that like button, and that way you don't miss anything else. So let's get it started. All right, guys. So last episode, I said I wasn't gonna do any landscaping because I wanted it to stay more organic, more Minecraft, right? But after doing more research, this would be flat in an actual medieval time period. So we'll say late medieval time period. This would all be flat because this would be where the lower class would live, and it was all kind of like run down and dirty and just wasn't clean, wasn't nice, wasn't pleasant to look at. So what we're gonna do is kind of mimic that a little bit. We're gonna flatten everything down to this level here, water level, lake level, whatever level that is, and we're gonna have our dirt that we mine up, and we're gonna put it against the walls and fill in the front here by the gate, and have it kind of like a slope downward into the lower class area, or the peasant area as it was formerly called. But yeah, we're gonna do that, and I'm gonna go over some ideas that I have for the buildings that we're gonna put in this area. And if you guys have ideas, make sure you put them down in the comments below. So yeah, let's get back to terraforming this area just a little bit, and I'm gonna go over some of this stuff. We're gonna have a lot of grass, and I found a notch apple. I didn't know if I had one, but I have it, so I'm gonna keep it in my inventory because it's awesome. Um, so yeah, this, since we're using a late medieval time frame, and we still don't have a name for our castle or area here. So again, put that down in the description on what we should call our area, our kingdom. Yeah. So the late period, right? A lot of, well, after the, I think it was like the Black Death or something like that, a lot of the peasants died off. So a lot of the workers, the working class people, got sick and died. So that made the higher class people, what are they called? The nobles or lords or whatever you want to call them. It made them actually give jobs to the lower class people, allowing them to afford better materials for their houses. So that is legit. And what I didn't realize is how we use stone in our other houses. Stone was not really used in like lower class housing. It was primarily for the upper class, getting closer to, king status or queen status. So that is something we're going to change up in this area as well. So closer to the wall, it's going to be like primarily wood. Well, it's going to be all wood, just different textures of wood. And then the closer and closer we get to the water here, we'll start adding in like stone bases or stone trim on the roof. And then once we make a bridge to cross this here little river, we'll just call it a river. This here river, majority of the bases and houses will be out of stone until you get up to the castle. So those are the plans, and I'm so glad I'll be able to use all of this wood that we get from here to put it into good use, because I didn't want to just kind of like have it stored in a shulker box or something just randomly out and about. But we'll be able to use that wood. It looked like a bunch of it was I'm gonna use Minecraft wood. So I'm gonna say oak and birch for the most part. So that gives me a challenge because I don't really work with birch too often. I also don't work very well with diorite, but we found a good, you know, kind of like place for diorite. And it looks like we missed a spot here, but we'll fix that later. But yeah, so wood and birch for the most part, and then they use a thing called DAUB, to put on their walls, their thatch walls, to kind of insulate it. So it's kind of like a mud. So what we could do to replicate that would be going to the mesa biome and grabbing some either light gray terracotta or some brown terracotta, because that looks like, you know, that looks like a mud or a dried mud, especially the light gray. And we can put that on the outside of the houses. So the walls will again be too thick. The inside wall will be either what's that? Birch, right? Yeah, birch. And the framework is going to be oak with the outside of terracotta. So, you know, it's again, I'm working with stuff that I don't normally use. Hopefully I can pull it off. I really hope I can pull this off. So I'm going to be back and forth in a creative test world, our build world, building houses, you know, for this lower class area. And some of the houses in this lower class area, I'm thinking, should we? No, we'll cover this up. I'm thinking, you know, having villagers in this area, just kind of free roaming. We'll make a villager breeder that's kind of like inside a house, because the houses are tall. Like, they're not two-story, but they're just tall. They have really, really tall roofs. So I'm thinking we can do like a gable style roof or something along those lines, and have, you know, give them that nice look. And we can have a villager breeder in it, and then the villagers breed, come out, and they just roam the land. They just roam this side. And if they die, they die. No big deal. So I'm not gonna be trading with them. We have our villagers we trade with, and then once we actually get to the higher class or upper class, we can put in a villager breeder, or not breeder, a what's that thing? A trading hall. There we go. A trading hall. Kind of, you know, make it look like a market stall, and we can use that as our new trading for villagers. We can have them all get infected and cure them, so that way everything is like one emerald. So those are some of the plans. I kind of want to have a house for each profession, or maybe two houses for each profession, and then a bunch of just random houses. So we have an armorer, we have a lumber. Oh, dude, this guy scared me for a second. I didn't know what happened. All right. Nothing in good. Ooh, I could use that though. Dried brain coral for different stone textures. That's sweet. Different dried coral for stone textures is really awesome. But yeah, we can have armors, fletchers. What else they had? They had like leather workers. Any, you know, any profession you could think of. Farmers. I want like a house or houses dedicated to that, or maybe like 3 or 4 houses, because this is a lot of land we're clearing out here. So it's gonna take a little bit, especially going back and forth in our creative world when I have my creative juices flowing and I'm not just kind of like brain dead here at the keyboard. But yeah, when let's see, get up here because I'm using one of these, yeah, duration ones. So like all of this area from the wall to the river, but there's gonna be a wall here along the torches, and I think we finished this part here. Hold on, let's go up. Yeah, we need to dig out this part here. But yeah, all of this from the river to the castle wall itself will be flattened out to that level here. and we need to get the left portion of the wall stretched out as far as we got this one, so it gives us a better judgment of how big this area is going to be. And I'm thinking our road that goes through here is going to be pretty massive as well, just because I want it to, well, we'll have a few carts and buggies in here, but I want it to look and feel like an actual like village area, castle area. I don't want it to just, be dead. Not dead. I don't know. I don't want it to be empty. I want it to look like it was actually being lived in. So we're gonna add all the things. We're gonna add all the decorations. That's another thing I'm working on is interiors for the houses. I don't really do interiors. I'm not really good at interiors, but again, that's something that I get to work on in my creative test world and play around with stuff and figure out what looks good with what. So that is what's on the plate for us. I don't know how long this is going to take, especially with Easter coming up this weekend, and I get Tiny Human. I get to see him today. Well, it might not be the day that this video goes out, but today I get to see him, and we're going to hang out and do some stuff. So don't have all the time in the world to sit here and dilly-dally. So, but yeah, if you guys have any suggestions on what we should build in this area, please, again, drop it down in the comments. I read every comment that is ever posted. Majority of the times, if I like it, it gets a heart, or I like it, or I'll just reply to you. But that's me. Like that's just who I am. I'll try to be there for you guys, because I know a lot of you guys are here for like tutorials and stuff like that. But this portion here is kind of like a how-to until we come across a farm or something that we need, or not a how-to. I'm sorry. It's more of a let's play until I come across a farm that I need, and then I'll do a tutorial, and then that's where you get your how-to. So I'm thinking maybe this could be a how-to, not be bored in Minecraft. Maybe, you find a really nice piece of land and you just let your imagination go. It's a sandbox game, so have fun with it. Don't let other people bore you or discourage you from doing something. So yeah, have fun with it. But back to the terraforming here. I kind of want to, let's see. Oh boy. If we bring out the dirt from the castle walls, let's see, because I don't want, excuse me, I don't want all this cobblestone showing. So like this, maybe like 2, maybe 4, maybe 4 out from the wall. So like from each part of the wall goes out 4. And then down, and that comes out another 2. That way it gives it some kind of like actual terrain feature, like this, where it looks like the wall was actually built against this mound instead of the wall just kind of being plopped down like a cookie cutter and cookie dough. So we'll do that. We can try that. We'll get some dirt in here, because I don't want any critters. I say critters, but any mobs spawning in our ground. So that's another thing that we can do, is make sure that all of our dirt that we do pick up is being used and not just laying around, because then it just takes up too much space. And then we'll get shulker boxes, and then we're wasting shulker boxes on just tons and tons of dirt blocks. So try to place it all back down. What I pick up, I try to place back. Let's see if we do. I don't want it to look too cut and paste, or yeah, copy and paste. I want it to look more like natural Minecraft. So or natural landscape, if that makes any sense. Hopefully it makes sense. I don't know, I'm just trying to like keep it from looking bad. I want it to look good. So that's what we're trying to do. We're trying to make it look good. Because no one likes an ugly build. No one likes an ugly Minecraft world. No one likes that. So let's step back and see how good or bad this looks. Again, just having fun on the world. Okay, that looks really good actually. Because it has that same slope continuation where it's like this part is curved and this part's flat and then that part's curved. Kind of like this, and this is all natural. So it's like curved and flat, and well, that's flat again, but it curves back this way together. So yeah, that works really well. And then we still need to make like wooden staircases up to the top from the backside of the wall here, and we need to do the inside because if you guys remember, there is going to be a wall here, so you won't see this. So that's gonna be like that, and it's gonna be a 3-wide walkway, stairs, a door, which goes into the belly of our storage system here. But yeah, we need to make a way that looks realistic without being overly done up, to have stairs or staircase go up the side, so that way we can stop wasting rockets and actually like be able to walk and get up to the tops of our wall here. And then from up here, everything else you can walk around or walk to or walk through. So that's another thing we need to do. I need to start another to-do list, I guess. Holy cow. So yeah, let's place some more of this dirt. And while I do that, I'm like brainstorming here. So yeah, let's see. Place all this good old grass block. I keep calling it dirt and it's grass blocks. Someone's gonna comment and roast me on that. I already know. I already know it. They're grass blocks. I know. I know. This door would be covered up in actuality because this floor should actually be up here, even with that floor, but it's lowered to match the inner wall floor. So that way you could access it further down, like the wall itself. Because all of this is going to be grass blocks. Even if I place dirt, the grass is going to grow, so it doesn't really matter. And then we can go through later on and bone meal a bunch of this to get the grass, or this grass back. So it's going to look good, guys. It's going to look good. And then once we do have a good portion of this torn down and replanted or replaced, we can go over some house designs. I'll hopefully have a few designs ready to be posted up and some how-to videos for you guys. Because I feel like a lot of people like to build in a medieval theme or medieval theme, but not know or not have a guideline to go off of. So I kind of want to help them there and be that guide that they can use to be, the better, creative, more in-depth Minecrafter that I know they are. So do that. But yeah, it's gonna be amazing, guys. We got so much to do. It's crazy. Oh man, I could section it off, but we gotta get rid of these trees too. I kind of wanted to keep the trees, but we'll get rid of the trees because I do not recall there being trees in any of the lower class like housing areas. So we'll get rid of that, but there were trees, and that's what really angers me like a lot. Like the higher you got up the totem pole, the fancier stuff you got. And even if you were born into that higher class, you're just a spoiled little brat. Like, it aggravates me. Everyone should start from the bottom and work to the top. Like, that's how I feel. But that's my opinion. That's just me, I guess. I don't know. If you agree, comment down below. Comment facts in in the comments if you agree. Everyone should start at the same level and work to the top, not be gifted, complete royalties. But that's just me being angry about stuff I cannot change. So back to some back to some of this. I had a brain fart for a second. So we also need to think about how we're gonna do knights and nobles. Because it's just me and villagers. We can try to get villagers from like different biomes to have different outfits on, and we can have them kind of be like the different classes, if you will. So we can do like the plains villagers, the ones that we currently have, and they can be in this area, the serfs area, if you will. And then we can go to like the desert biome and get those villagers and have those be like the knights or the vassal part of the pyramid here. Right? I think it's the vassals. Oh my god, it's been so long since I actually like looked at it. But yeah. We can do different stuff like that, like hit up different biomes, grab different villagers and put them where we need them. But I'm gonna be at the top. Castle's gonna be made out of emeralds. No, I'm joking. But it is gonna be pretty nice. I really, really hope 1.16 comes out soon, so we can add some of the new blocks. There's a few new blocks that they added, Blackstone, and like it's just a bunch. It's like a bunch. I haven't even like gone over it. I haven't looked at it for myself, but it's a lot. It is a lot. It's like 8 or 9 new blocks that they've added, and the development is getting really close to being finished. So I'm kind of curious to see what their actual plans are for 1.16, because if they're adding stuff this late, like, is it gonna be buggy or glitchy, or there's a lot of questions I got for it. So we'll see. But I want to add some of the 1.16 stuff into the castle and start integrating it into the builds leading up to the castle. So, like the noble areas, add maybe some crimson accents or something like that. I don't know. We'll see. But I'm going to continue to work on this off cams, and I will be seeing you guys in the next one. So remember, if you do enjoy yourself or enjoy watching this series, if you find yourself enjoying this series, consider subscribing, smacking that bell, hitting that like button, and stay tuned for the next one, because hopefully all of this will be flat and we can start working on our little town, or our peasantville, if you will. So make sure you guys stay safe and stay positive, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.